Hello, Team Judgment coming at you with fucking Saint Shank, and I got a deck profile for you guys. This deck profile is very lulzy and is not at all meant to be taken seriously. This deck profile is of Empty Jar, or at least of the newer version of it, considering it's been altering over the years. So let's go ahead and jump right into the deck. Start with the monsters. First of all, Morphing Jar. The whole card of the deck basically runs the entire deck. That and Triple Needleworm. That also runs pretty much most of the deck. Needleworms are to help you get to deck your opponent out faster. For those of you who don't know what the whole point of this deck is, it is to entirely deck your opponent out. It is not to drop them down life points. Oh, no. It is to deck them out. It is hilarious. I love it. And then here you have your AD changers. For those of you who don't know what AD changers are and might be fairly new to this deck, AD changers, when they are in your graveyard, you can remove them, and you can change one monster's battle position on the board. So you would either change Needleworm or Morphing Jar to face up position, because you can't change them to face down. That doesn't work like that. I wish it did. And then your Swift Scarecrows to stall, just in case if you don't have your Needleworms. Double Tour Guide, only because you can make this hilarious play with Leviar, and I'll get into that later. But also to help deck thin yourself, to help find the Morphing Jar. Deep Diver to put the Morphing Jar up top on your deck, and then just draw it right away. Magician of Faith, because 90% of the deck is spells, and why not? Because Magician of Faith is so good in this deck. Now, for the main spells of this deck are Book of Tayus, so you main triple of these, and then Book of Eclipse. Now, the triple Book of Eclipse puts everything on the board face down. Everything, not just, your monsters. However, and then Book of Tayu flips one monster you target up. So, if you had like a Morphing Jar or something, you play Book of Tayu and then you chain Book of Eclipse to Morphing Jar's effect, so that way they can't effect failure or they can't Fiendish Chain. They can't really do anything unless they activate a counter trap, because chaining Eclipse gets around it, because it makes them lose target, which is hilarious. And then, main deck, Triple Feather of the Phoenix. Now, this card is to help you from not decking yourself out, because I've came close to doing that once. And then here you have Upstart Goblins for draw power. You have Cup of Ace. Now this is a bit of a chance card, but this card either helps you or helps you, because you flip a coin, heads you draw 2, tails your opponent draws 2. So there's no really downside to that. And then you have Triple Shallow Grave, just in case if they do somehow get rid of your Morphing Jar and put it in the graveyard, or if you want to get back, I don't know, your Magician of Faith, or Needleworms, or things like that. Also helps run the deck. And then Triple Dark World Dealings, because it helps them, it gets rid of cards out of their deck and drops them in the graveyard, and you can also put them AD changers or dead cards that you have in the graveyard. Then one Book of Moon to help put Morphing Jar back face down. And here's that combo I was telling you about with Gold Shark, is what you do is you play Gold Shark, you search out for Morphing Jar, you normal summon Tour Guide, get Tour Guide, go into Leviar, and then you just go into combos, and then it's amazing. And then you can potentially win that turn if you get all your combos off correctly. One Day of Peace helps stalling and help draw power. Magical Stone help get back some of them spell cards if you don't have a Magician of Faith. Hand Destruction for them random times that you really just sometimes might need it, other times you really won't. And there's really only 3 Exceeds I run in this deck, and that's Zen Mains to wall up, Leviar for that combo, and Acid Golem just in case if I need to get over something for whatever reason, like if I need to stall or something, and I need to put a 3000 wall on the board, then, I do that. Otherwise, that's pretty much it. It's a bit of a short deck video, but for those of you who are helping, either are trying to build this deck or want to learn more about this deck, I hope this video, guys, helped you out. And always, leave a like down below, comment, subscribe. Team Judgment, out.